Welcome to a new video from Gold Globe. In this video, we'll show you how to be the perfect mascot for a football club through a series of short stories. The first step to being the perfect mascot is getting arrested. For this, there's a fictitious or, for the more conspiratorial, real story where Bayern Munich's mascot Bernie and Borussia Dortmund's mascot Emma were arrested. According to reports, the arrest occurred after a night of partying with Bayern midfielder Arturo Vidal. The night got out of hand, leading authorities to intervene and temporarily take the mascots into custody. This event supposedly took place after Bayern thrashed Dortmund. There's no concrete evidence that this actually happened, but the story has spread among Bundesliga fans. The next step is trolling the rival team. Once again, Emma, the Borussia Dortmund mascot, is the protagonist. On April 11, 2012, a new edition of Der Klassiker was played where Borussia Dortmund defeated Bayern Munich, virtually securing the Bundesliga title. It was a tense and heated match. Hours later, a photo surfaced on social media showing Emma appearing to urinate on the Bayern Munich team bus. Borussia Dortmund's response was, "Nonsense. Emma is a 7-year-old smart bee that knows its clothing cannot open in the front to allow it to do its little business." We admit that the attempt to help the Bayern team by checking the tire pressure on our guest's wonderful team bus was a bit unsuccessful. Please check back later. Who can be angry, even young children? But that's not all. At the beginning of that same season, Emma stopped by a Bayern Munich store and dropped yellow blood bags marked with adrenaline before the weekend match. A great way to help your team is by directly entering the game. This is the case of Herthinho, the mascot of Hertha BSC. Herthinho is characterized by being a brown, fluffy bear dressed in the Hertha BSC jersey who also participates in his team's friendly matches as a player. On May 23, 2005, in a 15-1 victory against Lok Leipzig, Falco Guts put him into the match in the 87th minute. The bear, who weighs around 128 kilos, not only ran around the field for almost 5 minutes, but also wore the captain's armband. "It was a big wish of mine," growled the bear. Herthinho received the following praise. "Herthinho is a real reinforcement. His attacking qualities are extraordinary, a real alternative for our team."
Herthinho war im Abseits, Szene längst zurückgepfiffen. Neues von der Anzeigetafel hier. Aus 15:10 für Hertha ergibt sich nun der neue offizielle Stand 11:0.
The next step is generating money for your club. This is the case of West Bromwich Albion, which, in 2018, as part of an agreement with a heating company, introduced Boiler Man, an anthropomorphic boiler. He quickly became a popular figure among the club's fans, even participating in advertising campaigns and professional photo sessions. The next step is competing with other mascots. Here we have Hammerhead, the mascot of West Ham United, who competes with other mascots in races. As seen in the following video, he faces off against Boiler Man, a true clash of titans. Another step to being the perfect mascot is fighting with rival fans or players. This is the story of Gilbert the Gull, the mascot of Torquay United, who in 2014 tried to start a fight and shouted obscenities at the fans after his team lost to Grimsby until he was finally removed by security. In 2015, Forest Green Rovers FC banned Gilbert from the stadium for safety reasons. In 2016, Harry the Hornet mocked Wilfried Zaha, known for his alleged diving, by theatrically throwing himself to the ground during a match against Crystal Palace. This action enraged then Palace manager Roy Hodgson, who made the following statements.
And Roy, the last two games at Vicarage Road, there have been diving controversies involving Wilf last April. He said afterwards there was an agenda against him. The previous match, Harry the Hornet was on the pitch diving behind Wilf. What did you make of all that, and has there been an agenda? Is there still an agenda against Wilf Zaha?
That's his words, not mine. I mean, if you're asking me whether Harry the Hornet, who I presume is the mascot, should dive in that way, I think it's disgraceful. You know, because that's not what football matches are about. You know, and certainly if it's provoking the crowd into looking for something which isn't there, it should be stopped. Wilf Zaha does not dive for penalties. He gets knocked over sometimes. Sometimes he gets knocked over or unbalanced without it necessarily being a foul or a penalty, because he runs at such speed and he's got such agility with the ball. But he certainly doesn't dive. But of course, unfortunately, if teams try to take every advantage they can, you've mentioned the mascot, I would be very disappointed if a Crystal Palace mascot was doing something like that to provoke the crowd against an opponent, and if I found out about it, I'd stop it.
We also have Cyril the Swan, the mascot of Swansea City, who during a match against Millwall kicked a ball that hit a rival player in the head and then proceeded to stroke the bald head of a referee. Swansea was fined £1,000. In Scotland, St Mirren's mascot is Paisley the Panda. In 2003, he angered Falkirk fans by pretending to wipe his rear with one of the club's tracksuit tops in front of their supporters. And the ultimate step is directly fighting other mascots. In a match between Wolves and Bristol City, there was a penalty competition between Wolfie, the Wolves mascot, and the Bristol City mascots, which did not end well. We return to Cyril the Swan, who in 2001 fought with Zampa the Lion, the Millwall mascot. Cyril ended up ripping Zampa's head off and throwing it into the crowd, turning the incident into a media phenomenon. We also have the story of Chatty the Owl, the mascot of Oldham Athletic, who had a friendly fight with Blackpool's mascot, ending with Chatty throwing his rival's shoes into the stands. I'd like to highlight other moments of Chatty, such as when he injured himself doing a trick on a bike and had to be taken off on a stretcher. In a league match against Peterborough, the assistant referee flagged Oldham offside because he confused Chatty with an Oldham player. Recognizing the clear mistake, the central referee expelled Chatty, showing him a red card. There are many more stories, like when Hangus the monkey of Hartlepool United was suspended after getting intimate with an inflatable doll during an away match at Blackpool, or when Burnley's Bertie B was also expelled from a match against QPR for approaching an assistant referee and offering him a pair of glasses. There is a way to know if you are a good mascot or not. And for that, we have the story of Gunnersaurus, Arsenal's iconic mascot, who was temporarily laid off in 2020 as part of cost-cutting measures. This event generated so much support and outcry among fans that player Mesut Ozil offered to pay his salary to keep him at the club. Thank you for watching this video of Gold Globe. We hope you enjoyed these hilarious and fascinating stories about football mascots. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below with your favorite mascot moment or any other fun mascot stories you know. Stay tuned for more exciting football content, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep the football spirit alive.